Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we are going to make a Game Pass only gear inside our ROBLOX Studio game. So let's get started. So the first step is to have your gear. So I've already, as you can see, inserted two different kinds of gear, a speed coil and a boombox. And we will have different game passes for both of them. So the first thing you have to do is make sure that your game has been published to Roblox, and make sure to give it a name. Afterwards, go to roblox.com and click on the create button. This will lead you to the different games that you have published, and you will then find your game, click the three dots and click open in new tab. I would like now to go to, let's see, associated items and passes. This is where you create game passes. So let's just hit create a pass. Let's just call it Boombox Gamepass. Grants you a boombox. Maybe like this, I'm not sure. Yeah, so let's just do create pass. Now we have a boombox game pass. We can click this open in new tab once again. We can click these and configure. And now we have this. And we can go to sales, item for sale. And we can set a price for this game pass. Let's just say that you like 80. That's pretty good, I think. So let's do save changes. Now we can create the other one, so a speed coil. Speed coil game pass grants you a speed coil, and of course, if you have any images you like to use, you can just click change and then find the location of your images. That's not a problem at all. So I want to change the image of this one as well. I can just click it actually, and we can go to sales, item for sale, the speed coil. We can set the price to 50. That works for me. And there we go. Now we can just go to passes, and as you can see, we have our two passes, and we can click copy asset ID. We will do this in a short amount of time, but first let's go back into Studio. Let's go into the one of the gears. It doesn't matter. Insert a int value and rename it to Gamepass ID. And then copy it and paste it into the other game passes. So we have two, and now we have to go back to our game passes. Let's do the boombox first. Copy asset ID boombox, and we paste it, and then we go back, we paste the speed coil into the speed coil. There we go. Now it's time to go under server storage and insert a folder. Let's just call it Game Pass Gear. And we would like to take both of these gears and put them into the folder. And now we can go to server script service and insert a script. Let's just call it Game Pass Handler. The first thing we want to do is get marketplace service, which is the service we use for game passes and checking if player has a game pass. Like prompting like buy this game pass now and stuff like that basically. And we also want to get server storage, which is where the game pass gear is located. Then we also want to get our players, because on join and stuff like that, we want to give them the tools that they have access to. We also want to get the gear folder, which is under server storage. There we go. And when the player joins the game, we want to do a little, function on them. But I don't want the player to just get the tool when he joins and then he dies and then he's gone. So because of that, I want to give the tools every time the character is spawned, because that way we'll get the tool an infinite amount of times. So for gear in pairs, we want to go through and loop through every single one of the tools inside the folder. and we want to check if this tool has a int value called GamepassIds inside it. And if it does, we know it's a real tool that people can get. And then we want to use marketplace service. And as you can see, we need the user ID, so player.user_ID. We also need the Game Pass ID, which is a number. So just gear.GamepassID.value, the value we created. And if the user has this Game Pass, then okay, we can continue with our script. So we can just copy this gear and we will put it into the player's backpack. Okay, so we can give this a try. Now I should have both Game Passes. As you can see, I have both Game Passes over here. But if I go back into the website, okay, so let's just select the speed coil, open a new tab, and delete from inventory. So I no longer have the speed coil Game Pass. So we can go ahead and see what it looks like now. Okay, so as you can see, my speed coil is now gone because I no longer have the Game Pass. And one thing that we can do is also create a way to purchase this Game Pass in-game. So let's do that right now. So let's just go under Starter GUI. Let's just call it Game Pass GUI. And we can create a text button on the right side with the anchor point of 1.5. So 1.5 1 minus 4. There we go. This is the position. And we can set the size constraint to y, and then put y 0.1, actually 0.15 looks better. We can set the UI corner to something like, I don't know, 1.2. Yeah, and we can set the color to something like something that stands out. So maybe, yeah, I guess purple works, kind of. Text scaled true, white color, and buy. And what is it that we want to buy? It's a boombox, I'm thinking. And we can insert something called UI padding. Let's set the left and right to 0.05 on the scale properties. We can just copy it over to all of them, so we have them on all axes. And we can set the weight to semi-bold. Let's just call it boombox button. I know I spelled boombox another way now, but that's fine. Okay, so we have our boombox button. We can just do a local script for it. Local MPS equals marketplace service. The player, it's just a game.player, so local player. We can just set it to button header. Okay, so script.parent.mouse button one click connect function, and we want to go under the boombox, copy this Game Pass ID. Let's create a new variable called Game Pass ID equal to, so MPS prompt Game Pass purchase player Game Pass ID. Okay, let's see what this looks like now. Okay, you already own this item. That's true, I already do. A few seconds now, I will not own it. So my inventory, boom, delete, boom. Let's see. Okay, buy boombox. Okay, third-party item is not allowed. Yes, this is because, it's something called third-party purchases, and it's basically like if you don't have the item, like if the creator doesn't have the item, it will error because nobody actually removes their own game passes, but it will work in game. So don't you worry about that. Okay, but I can just turn it on for now so you can see what it looks like. So I don't know, Here we go. Boom. And click play. And now we can see buy Boombox. Oh, would you like to buy Boombox Game Pass? Yes, I would like to. Let's reset our character. Just die. Okay, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you had a great time watching the video. And have a nice day.